Hello everyone. Today we will learn about trigonometry. In previous video, you have learned about what are the basic concepts related to the trigonometry, what is the meaning of trigonometry. Also, you have learned about what are the application, what are the uses of trigonometry in our daily life. So, in this video, we will take introduction to the trigonometric ratio and function. You know very well, there are 6 trigonometric ratio. But before learning to that trigonometric ratio, you should know the basic knowledge about a triangle. Okay, right angle triangle and the concept related to it. So let's start it. So in a trigonometry, we have to learn about right angle triangle. And you know very well, I think, right angle triangle means what? If any angle from a triangle is of 90 degree, then the triangle is a right angle triangle. So how is it? Let's take a look. Suppose this is a triangle ABC and measurement of angle B in a triangle ABC, measurement of angle B is equal to 90 degree. Then that time we can say it is a right angle triangle because measurement of angle B is equal to 90 degree. If any angle in a particular triangle is of 90 degree, then that time the given triangle is of right angle triangle. Okay, so in this right angle triangle we have a base. Okay, so this is a base, BC is a base, and this AC, which is the longest side, largest side of this triangle, that is known as a hypotenuse, and this side is known as a height or perpendicular. Okay, so in this way we can define the sides and angle of this triangle. Okay, so this is our right angle triangle which has a measurement 90 degree, and the remaining two angles, measurement of angle A is less than 90 degree and measurement of angle C is also less than 90 degree, because we know that the whole measurement of triangle ABC, the angles which are present means 3 angles are there. If we take sum of all these 3 angles, then you will get the answer is equal to 180 degree. Means if we take sum of angle A plus measurement of angle B plus measurement of angle C, then we will get the answer as 180 degree. Okay, so if this angle B is of 90 degree, then if you want to find out the measurement of angle A and angle C, then that time we will get the value which is less than 90 degree. How is it? Let's take a look. So if you see, this is measurement of angle A plus, we know measurement of angle B, that is equal to 90 degree, and plus measurement of angle C, that is equal to 180 degree. Now we have to subtract this 90 from this 180. Then measurement of angle A plus measurement of angle C plus 90 degree is equal to 180, or we can subtract this 90 from this 180 directly. Okay, so 180 minus 90, that is equal to 90 degree. So you can observe that if we add measurement of angle A with measurement of angle C, then we will get answer 90 degree. So obviously we can say measurement of angle A is less than 90 degree because the sum of both angles is equal to 90 degree. That's why we can say measurement of angle A is less than 90 degree and measurement of angle C is less than 90 degree. Okay, so if you want to find out measurement of angle A, then you have to subtract this measurement of angle C from 90 degree. Then that time you will get measurement of angle A. Means measurement of angle A is less than 90 degree. So if measurement of any angle is less than 90 degree, then that time we can call this angle as a acute angle. Acute angle. So in a right angle triangle, there are 2 acute angles. Okay, so angle A and angle C, both are acute angles. Means both have measurement less than 90 degree. So when we learn about trigonometric ratio, then we have to suppose about acute angles, that are angle A and angle C. The name will be different according to the triangle. Okay, but these 2 angles are always acute angle, and if you want to find out trigonometric ratio, then that time you have to consider acute angle here. Okay, so next step, what we have to do here, we have learned about acute angle. Now what is by obtuse angle, that also I am telling you. So if measurement of angle, any angle, suppose we can take angle P, if it is greater than 90 degree, then it is obtuse angle. Okay, this concept is not essential in this trigonometric ratio, but for knowledge I am just giving example here. So for trigonometric ratio, we have to just consider this figure of right angle triangle, in which we have to consider this BC as a base, this AC which is the largest side, this side always largest, which is opposite to the 90 degree angle. Okay, and this side is known as a hypotenuse, and this side AB is known as a height, or in form of a trigonometric ratio we have to consider this side as a perpendicular. Okay, you know very well what is meant by perpendicular. If the line makes 90 degree angle after intersecting this baseline, then that time this line is perpendicular to the second corresponding line. Okay, so that we have to consider this AB as a perpendicular, this BC is a base, and this AC is a hypotenuse. Okay, so in this way these are very important concept, these are very important terms while learning trigonometric ratio. Okay, I hope you will understand this concept, and if you have any doubt, then please mention it in comment. I will give a proper solution there. Now we will discuss about trigonometric ratios. What is meant by trigonometric ratio, and what are the trigonometric ratio that you have learned in a previous video. So what are the ratio, particular ratio of that trigonometric function that we have to learn in this video. So here I am drawing two diagram. Why, that I will tell you further. So this is a right angle triangle, and this is another right angle triangle. Okay, this angle is of 90 degree and this angle is of 90 degree. And the name of this triangle is ABC, and the name of this triangle is also ABC. Okay, now in some books it is given that this side is considered as a perpendicular, and this side is hypotenuse, and this BC is a base. And in some books it is given that this AB is a opposite side, means these two are acute angles. A and C are always acute angle if the given triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, then we have to consider A and C as a acute angle. So if you want to find out trigonometric ratios corresponding to angle C, okay, means if you are considering this C as an acute angle, and if you want to find out the trigonometric ratio related to the angle C, then that time you have to consider this side, means this angle, you have to consider this angle C, and then this side AB, which is opposite to this angle C, it will be the opposite side. Okay, because this AB is in front of the angle C, that's why we have to consider this side as a opposite side, means perpendicular is a opposite side always. Next, if you want to find out this side, means if you want to find out ratio related to the angle C, then this BC is the adjacent side, here I have given two triangles, two right angle triangles. In a first right angle triangle you can see right angle triangle ABC, and the second right angle triangle is triangle ABC. Okay, here on a both triangle angle B is of measurement 90 degree. Now why I given two examples here, two triangles here? Because in some books there are another concept related to the trigonometric ratios, and in some books there are another concept related to the trigonometric ratios. Okay, so in some books trigonometric ratios are given in the form of perpendicular and base, and in some book it is given that trigonometric ratios in the form of opposite side and adjacent side, and that hypotenuse. Okay, I am just writing here hypotenuse. So in this way, now we have to find out 6 trigonometric ratios here. So first one is there sine ratio, sine theta, and you know very well in a previous video you have learned about how we can denote the angles in a trigonometric ratio. So we have to use here Greek letters. So sine theta, I am taking theta, which is a Greek letter, and sine theta. Now theta means what? We have to consider this acute angle C. Okay, so we have to consider this angle C. Okay, so you can tell me, so which side is opposite to this angle C? So this is the opposite side AB. So that we have to write down opposite side. Here I am writing sine theta is equal to opposite side upon this hypotenuse. Okay. Opposite side upon hypotenuse. This is the ratio to find out the sine function, sine theta for this angle C. Okay, and if we want to find out sine theta for angle A, okay, this is angle C, for angle C, this is for angle C. Now if you want to find out for angle A, then that time what will be the sine theta? Sine theta is equal to, now for angle A, this is the opposite side. For angle A, this is the opposite side and this is adjacent side. So we have to take ratio of this opposite side BC, opposite side upon adjacent side, hypotenuse. Okay, so here opposite side is equal to what? That is equal to AB, and hypotenuse is AC always, AC. Here for angle A, sine theta, opposite side is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So in this way, if you are taking any acute angle, then according to that the ratio will be changed. Okay, here you can see sine theta is equal to AB upon AC for angle C, and here sine theta is equal to BC upon AC for angle A. Similarly, we have to find out the another trigonometric ratio related to this concept. Okay, now see here in this figure you can see this AB is known as a perpendicular and this BC is known as a base. For angle C, we have to consider this AB as a perpendicular and BC as a base. And if you want to find out trigonometric ratios for angle A, then that time we have to consider this BC as a perpendicular and this AB as a base. Similarly, for this figure also we can find out the sine ratios for angle C and angle A. Means meaning of both is same but the terms are different. Means we have to use here perpendicular according to your book. You can change opposite side or perpendicular, base or adjacent side. Both are same. Means ratio will not be changed, just these terms are different. Okay. So here for angle C, if you want to find out sine theta, then that is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Means here opposite side upon hypotenuse. Here we just mean to say opposite side is equal to perpendicular and this perpendicular upon hypotenuse means sine theta. Okay, so hypotenuse, and you know that perpendicular is equal to AB for angle C. Perpendicular is AB and for angle C hypotenuse is AC. So this is the ratio for sine theta when we consider acute angle C. If you want to consider acute angle A, then that time sine theta changes according to that. So for angle A, BC will be the perpendicular and hypotenuse will remain as it is. For angle A, this BC is a perpendicular, okay, for angle A, and this AB is a base for angle A. Okay, so perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So for angle A, perpendicular is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So according to the angle, acute angle, we can change the sine ratio here. So both are same, means here you can see sine theta for angle C, AB upon AC. Here also for angle C, sine theta is equal to AB upon AC. Just these terms are different, means opposite side is equal to perpendicular and hypotenuse remains as it is. Same for base, we have to take adjacent side. Okay, just like that we will solve all the kinds of trigonometric ratios now. Now we will find out all the trigonometric ratios related to this figure. Means you have now better understanding about what is meant by perpendicular, opposite side, base and adjacent side. Now let us talk about trigonometric ratio. Here we will consider only one acute angle, which is angle C. If you want to consider angle A, then you can consider this angle B, but according to that you have to change this side, opposite side or perpendicular or base or adjacent side, okay, according to angle. Okay, if you are choosing this angle A as an acute angle, then BC will be the opposite side or perpendicular. Now I am considering this C as an acute angle. I need to find out all the trigonometric ratio related to the angle C. Okay, so let's start it. For angle C, sin theta will be sin theta. This is the ratio of opposite side or perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. You can take any of term between this. If in your book it is given that opposite side, so you have to consider opposite side. If it is given perpendicular, then you have to consider perpendicular. Both are same. Okay, so according to that, if opposite side or perpendicular if you take for angle C, then that is equal to AB. So here AB and hypotenuse is the side which is against the angle 90 degree. Okay, so that is equal to AC. So in this way we got the sin theta ratio, that is equal to AB upon AC. Now we will consider this cos theta, second ratio. So cos theta means what? Now we have to consider the adjacent side. Okay, now for sin theta we have taken opposite side. For cos theta we have to take adjacent side of this angle C. Okay, and here I will mention adjacent side, or here another term is there, that is equal to base. Okay, means adjacent side is equal to base upon what we have to take, that is equal to hypotenuse. So adjacent side or base if divided by the hypotenuse, then we will get the cos ratio. Okay, means cos theta, value of cos theta for the angle C. Now what is base or adjacent side? That is equal to BC and hypotenuse is AC. So we have to consider AC here. Now in the third term, means we have to take the next ratio here, that is equal to tan theta. So we have to consider this tan theta here. So what is the formula for tan theta? Tan theta means what? We have to consider the opposite side of this angle C and the adjacent side of the angle C and just divide them, means we have to take ratio of them. Means if we take an opposite sides ratio or perpendicular ratio with base or adjacent side. I am just mentioning both terms here for your better understanding. Adjacent side or base. Then that time we will get opposite side means what? That is equal to AB and adjacent side is BC. So we have to consider this adjacent side BC. So in this way we got these three ratios, sin theta, cos theta and tan theta here. So now just think about this thing. Next trigonometric ratio is cosec theta. Cosec theta. Now this cosec theta is exactly reciprocal of sin theta. Means what? If we take hypotenuse and divide this hypotenuse by opposite side or perpendicular, then we will get this ratio. Okay? Means what? Hypotenuse upon opposite side or perpendicular, then we will get this cosec theta. This hypotenuse when divided by this opposite side, then that time we are getting this concept which is known as a cosec theta, cosec ratio. So here hypotenuse is AC and opposite side is AB. So if we divide this AC by AB, then we will get cosec theta, which is a ratio, trigonometric ratio for angle C. Okay. Now next is there, after cosec we have to learn about sec theta. So this sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. Reciprocal means what? We have to interchange the order of denominator and numerator. Means the term which is present at the denominator, we have to take that term at the numerator, and the term which is present at the numerator, we have to take that term at the denominator. Then we will get the reciprocal of that term. So what is the reciprocal of cos theta? That is equal to hypotenuse upon adjacent side or base. So we have to consider here hypotenuse upon adjacent side or base. So adjacent side, hypotenuse is AC and adjacent side is BC. So in this way we got the ratio for sec theta. Now the last trigonometric ratio is remaining, that is equal to cot theta. Okay, cot theta. So this cot theta is exactly opposite to the tan theta. Means what? Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So if we take adjacent side at the numerator place and this opposite side to the denominator place, then we will get the ratio of cot theta. How is it? This is a adjacent side, or we can say base, and if we divide this adjacent side or base by opposite side or perpendicular, then we will get the ratio of cot theta. So adjacent side is BC and base opposite side or perpendicular is AB. So BC upon AB, that is equal to cot theta. We are counting these ratios for the angle C. Okay, we are finding this result, trigonometric ratios for angle C. So for angle C, these are the trigonometric ratio. If you are choosing angle A, then the ratio will be different. Okay, instead of BC, here you have to take AB, here you have to take BC. Means according to that it will change. So in this way, these are the trigonometric ratio, and you can see that this sin theta AB upon AC and this cosec theta AC upon AB is totally reciprocal of it. This sec theta is equal to AC upon BC and this cos theta is BC upon AC. Means you can see this sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. Similarly, this cot theta is BC upon AB and this tan theta is equal to AB upon BC. So in this way, these are the trigonometric ratio, and you have to learn about just 3 and you can easily get the ratios of another 3, because then another 3 ratios are totally reciprocal of the first 4 ratios. So just you need to remember that which ratio is the reciprocal of the first one. Okay, means cosec theta for sin theta, cos theta for sec theta, and tan theta for cot theta. Okay, in this way. Now I'll tell you a short trick to remember this trigonometric ratios. Okay, so I'm just writing here PBP upon HHP. So what is meant by PBP upon HHP? Now see, here you can see this is a perpendicular and this is a base. So for perpendicular we have to consider this P, and for base we have to consider B. Okay, for perpendicular we have taken P and for base we have taken B, and this H is for hypotenuse. Okay, hypotenuse we have to consider H, here we have to consider P, and here we have to consider B. So according to that, how we can remember all these ratios. Okay, so PBP means we have to learn the mnemonic for this. Okay, or acronym we can say. So Pandit Badri Prasad, I am writing here, or I will write in Marathi. Pandit Badri Prasad हर हर बोले. Okay, so Pandit Badri Prasad har har bole, that we have to consider here. So how it is? See, P means perpendicular. So this is first 2 letters for sin ratio, this 2 letters for cos ratio, and this 2 letters for, here we have to write B. So these 2 ratios for tan ratio. Okay, now see, Pandit means P is there, so that we have to take perpendicular, and that is equal to AB for sin theta. Okay, sin theta, and H means hypotenuse, so that is equal to AC. So you got the ratio of sin theta. Okay, next B means base, Badri means base, so we have to consider cos theta. This is our cos theta. So cos theta is equal to, what is the base? That is equal to BC, and H means hypotenuse, that is equal to AC. So in this way you got cos theta here. So next is that for tan theta, it is for tan theta. Okay, so tan theta is equal to, what is given there? P upon B, means P means perpendicular, that is equal to perpendicular is AB, and this B means what? Base, that is equal to BC. So in this way, in short, you can remember all these ratios very well, and if you have any doubt, then please mention it in comment. Thank you. I hope you will understand this all concept very well.